They caught 8 perverts who were interested in luring minors. One of those individuals was an Israeli who works under Bibi Netanyahu's government. Trump isn't going to demand that that individual comes back and faces any charges. He couldn't even muster the strength to look America in the face and say, yeah, Epstein was working for Israel.
An actual child predator was let go by the Trump administration. An Israeli government official within Benjamin Netanyahu's administration. The danger is the fact that this country is occupied by the Israeli government, and our government will do anything to protect an Israeli, even when they're trying to prey on our own children.
I am a Riva, and I was taught how to pray Salah.
That means every single time I pray,
the person who told me gets the reward.
5 times a day, from Fajr to Isha.
If you want to support someone like me in learning Salah,
then sponsor 10 people for just £100.
Remember the Prophet, peace be upon him, said,
charity does not decrease wealth. Click the button and donate now.
Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. If you're watching this video and it's Salah time, please pause it and go pray and come back when you're done. Please check out the description section of this video to support the channel. The Jewish supremacist ethno-state of Israel are well known for their historic links to harbouring child abusers, rapists and baby killers. And not only do they provide a safe haven for them in their stolen country, they even use their evil influence to stop them getting prosecuted in other countries. And we're not just talking about regular Joes running off to Israel after abusing women and children. Just a few days ago, an Israeli government official was arrested in Las Vegas by the FBI for sordid crimes against a minor. And this despicable individual escaped all repercussions after Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu ordered the Trump administration to release the culprit and send him back to Israel, which they did right away. Both Candace Owens and Ana Kasparian were quite rightly disgusted by this. It did not hold back when scolding current US President and Israeli puppet Donald Trump for endangering American children by aiding Israeli child abusers. Let's watch the first clip.
The police in Las Vegas put together a sting operation. Now, these sting operations all work the same. Usually they are online, police officers posing as children, pretending that to see if there are adults that are trying to solicit sex from children on the web. So they pretend that they're underage, that they're minors. And every time that they do this, everywhere, of course, they find sickos. There are always people that are looking for children, which is so sad that we live in this world. And this time, they caught and subsequently arrested a total of 8 perverts who were interested in luring minors on the web. And it turned out that one of those individuals was an Israeli who happened to be in town for a conference. And he just couldn't, as soon as he got in town for the conference, he starts looking on the web for a child. And that individual's name is Tom Artyom Alexandrovich. He has since deleted his LinkedIn profile. He's 39 years old. And of all things, you're not going to believe me. You're like, what does this guy do for a living? Well, he's a senior cyber official who works under Bibi Netanyahu's government. I'm not kidding. He is the division head at the National Cyber Directorate, which operates under Bibi's office. So this guy gets arrested. They book him at the Henderson Detention Center, and he makes bail. It was $10,000 of bail. But rather than await further charges, he does what they all do. He booked a flight back to Israel. Peace. Can't get me. Not on a boo-boo. No way to stop this. And of course, he's welcomed back because that's what they do. Like that's like a policy. If you do something to a child in America, just get up, pack up, and go to Israel. He hasn't even lost his job. The cyber directorate instead issued a public statement saying that, yeah, Tom was detained while he was in the U.S. for matters that were unrelated to his work, and that we'll agree to put him on leave temporarily until we get this matter clarified or whatever. They don't really sound particularly outraged. And we can, of course, assume he ain't coming back, okay? That's how this works. Israel and child sex predators, it's kind of a thing. It always has been. Hence, Epstein. Oh no, I can't believe I said that. I'm sorry. The Department of Justice has no idea if Epstein has ties to any other nations. They don't know. So how could we know if our Department of Justice doesn't know? Yeah, Trump isn't going to demand that that individual comes back and faces any charges. because he couldn't even muster the strength to look America in the face and say, yeah, Epstein was working for Israel. If you can't do that, why would we expect he's going to do the other thing, right?
Candace, as a mother of 4 kids that resides in the US, is right to be concerned about why her government is allowing foreign officials to come to her country and abuse children. The Las Vegas police, the FBI, Donald Trump, and his administration are all complicit in this disgusting cover-up, along with every hypocritical influencer that is quick to call out other scandals based solely on race and religion, yet are silent on Israeli government officials or the IDF abusing men, women, and children. It's crazy that out of the 8 people arrested for this crime, 7 will face legal consequences, yet the Israeli government official will escape all repercussions on the basis of him being Jewish and being a close friend of Benjamin Netanyahu. If there was any more confirmation needed of the depths of evil Netanyahu is capable of after his genocide of hundreds and thousands of people, here it is, as he openly protects Israeli child abusers. So when you see someone supporting Israel, that is what they support, alongside the murder of innocent civilians and children. As Candace said, what's even more worrying is that this Israeli child predator, along with his government who are protecting him, don't see anything wrong with what he did, and even casually brushed it off as if it was a minor issue, no pun intended. And as Candace stated, this protection of child abusers is not a one-off scenario for the Israeli government, as they have a long, documented, dark history of doing this over and over again, since they first invaded Palestine and colonised their country. With Candace giving the most famous Jewish child predator with links to the Israeli government, Jeffrey Epstein, as a prime example, whilst at the same time taking shots at Trump for not only being linked to Epstein's child abuse, but for also covering it up, and even implying that Trump's complicity in the Epstein scandal is why he let the latest Israeli pervert flee the US back to Netanyahu's lair. Let's watch the next clip.
US authorities have freed an Israeli government official within Benjamin Netanyahu's administration who's suspected of luring minors online to perform sexual acts. In fact, despite any of the lies you might see online by Israeli defenders or Israel defenders, he was charged, okay? He was arrested, and he was freed anyway. So it all started with a joint sting operation that was carried out by the FBI, so the feds were involved, and the Las Vegas, Nevada Police Department. The sting actually led to the arrest of an employee of Israel's National Cyber Directorate named Tom Alexandrovich. Okay, so he is a pretty top level cybersecurity official within the Israeli government. All suspects were charged with attempting to entice minors online to commit sexual acts. But rather than jail and prosecute him, Alexandrovich, that's who I'm talking about, FBI officials allowed him to travel back to Israel where he is unlikely to face prosecution. Now, why is he unlikely to face prosecution? Well, based on the statements that we've heard from Israeli officials about it. So he was able to travel back to Israel as scheduled, and his short detainment after arrest in the United States wasn't even a blip in his travel plans. He made it back for his scheduled flight. And he's unlikely to face consequences because, well, according to the Jerusalem Post, an Israeli paper, he returned to Israel and was placed on leave. That's all he got. He got leave, and then I'm sure once everyone stops paying attention, he'll be right back at work, no consequences. Who cares? He was just trying to rape American children, not a big deal. And the issue of pedophiles being met with impunity in Israel actually continues to be a huge problem. There are all these organizations who have realized, wow, looks like child predators really get away with a lot here. So the Matzoff Association, which monitors pedophilia in the country, estimates that tens of thousands of offenders operate in the country unimpeded every year. How Jewish American pedophiles hide from justice in Israel. They essentially escape to Israel because of that right to return policy that they have. And essentially, once they're in Israel, they get to avoid any prosecution for the sex crimes that they've committed here in the United States. There's some reporting to indicate that Trump actually got involved and allowed for him to go back to Israel. An actual child predator was let go by the Trump administration. He was trying to rape American children. And the FBI, under the Trump administration, let the guy go. He's free. Please spare me with a bullshit concern. The danger is the fact that this country is occupied by the Israeli government, And our government will do anything to protect an Israeli, even when they're trying to prey on our own children. It's disgusting.
As Anna said, this perv is a close associate of Benjamin Netanyahu, which makes me wonder what Netanyahu has been up to himself over the years. And as she pointed out, despite the lies that Israel defenders are telling to desperately cover this latest scandal up like they always do, the fact is this Israeli government official was officially charged and arrested for crimes against a minor. As Anna revealed, this creep was set free so fast that he didn't even miss his pre-booked flight back to Israel. And as she said, according to the Israeli government and media sources, this despicable individual will face no consequences in Israel. What kind of country allows this? If he was sent to a Muslim country, he would be given the death penalty. Even in a Christian or a secular country, he would get a long prison sentence. Well, that is if he wasn't Israeli. The fact that Israel is letting this guy get away with this and that he will continue to work in a high-ranking government post says it all about how they run their country. And as Anna said, this is not a unique case that only applies to Israeli government officials. Even regular citizens are allowed the privilege of abusing non-Israeli children and are also protected by the Israeli government, with Anna quoting figures showing tens of thousands of child predators operating in Israel with impunity every year to back up her claim. How can anybody trust these people or say they are the good guys after this? Unless you agree with them, in which case you too belong in jail. And I'm talking to all of you MAGA and pro-Israel weirdos. And well done to Anna for putting Donald Trump and his seedy administration on blast, for letting this creep walk free, and for not protecting American children from being abused. As Anna said, it has never been more evident that the biggest threat to America, and I would add the Middle East and the West in general, is Israel's satanic influence. Thank you for watching. Make sure to join my free Telegram group via the link in the description, and remember to like, subscribe and become a channel member for access to exclusive content. Until next time, inshallah, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allah